Hey, it's Naila, and this is Girl, What You Reading. And today I want to talk about Keep Your Friends Close. Ooh, that book. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Keep Your Friends Close by Janelle Harris. This book. Okay, so let me start off by saying that I decided to do this in the classroom because this book, one of the things about this book is it touches on themes of bullying, and I'm seeing that at an all-time high with teenagers these days. They just do not know how to be nice to each other. I'm also doing this in the classroom because a lot of the book does take place in their boarding school. So I thought this was a completely appropriate environment to discuss this book. But, okay. This book has you reevaluating who your friends are. You think like, oh, I'm just teasing, I'm just having a good time. And then they grow up, and not everybody was having a good time when they were a teenager. Not everybody was having a good time when you were making fun of the quiet girl in the corner who only likes to scrapbook. So basically, this book, first of all, I read it on Everend. You guys know how I feel about Everend. It's only $11.99 per month. I am gonna leave the link in the description, so that you guys can click on that link. If you click on that link, you'll get a free month, and I will too. And I would love and appreciate that from you. So go ahead and click on that link and get yourself a subscription to Everend. It is unlimited reading from everything that they have on the platform. And this great read is, of course, one of those that I read. Now, back to the story. It is definitely one that kept me going throughout the story, because you really don't understand what happened until kind of the end. So it goes back and forth from when they were kids to when they are now adults. Now, what started this whole thing off, and you think that this is the only thing that it's about, is sorry, the quiet, shy girl had a crush on what is now a more popular girl's husband. And you see that this more popular girl kind of came to that boarding school because her parents died. So she's an orphan now, and her parents have left her all this money, and her uncle really doesn't care about her that much, but he's now her guardian. So he ships her off to this boarding school, and it is in that boarding school where she really finds a home, and she feels like this is home. But the quiet, shy girl is like, it's the only home that she's ever known. So she has trouble with making friends, and when she finally does think that she has made a friend, it turns out that this girl was talking about her behind her back, and like they weren't really her friend, but she thought they were. But they were really just trying to be nice because they realized that nobody else was very nice to her. So by the end, she has killed a bunch of people because of everything that's gone on in her life. And I don't want to give away too much of the ending. Just know that she has killed before, and you can kind of tell that in the beginning, so I don't feel like it's so much of a spoiler. But yeah, they kind of tell you that much of it in the beginning, but you really don't know what happened. It's so many twists and turns. It is, man. It's a good one, and I definitely gave it 3.5 stars, and I'll tell you why. At the end, again, it's like they wrap it up in a nice little bow of how we're just gonna end this story, and it's just like, I didn't like the end, is what I'm saying. The story itself kept me going throughout the entirety of the story, but I feel like the end fell a little flat, so that's why I did 3.5 stars. On Goodreads, I gave it the benefit of the doubt and pushed it up to 4, but on my other platforms, I definitely only did 3.5 stars. I did not love the end. Because it just, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is about these mystery writers these days, or these suspense writers these days, but it's feeling like the end falls flat every single time. And I'm just looking for a book that's going to have me like, for like the entirety of the book. And I don't know. Maybe it's my move for 2024, but I'm just not finding that. I'm just not loving these stories that I'm reading all the way through. Like, I'm finding it really hard to find that 5-star read. Because of that, because of those endings are just like throwing me. However, I did really appreciate the storyline of this book. Like, she waited until the only person who could identify her died before she started to pretend to be somebody else. And it was like, it was so many times where she could have gotten busted, but she just weaseled her way on out of it. So I thought, okay, this is a good read, but it's a good read all the way through until you get to the end, and then you're just like, okay. But I'm not going to tell you the end, because then that would be spoiling it, and I don't like to do spoilers. So again, I read it on Everend, and I'm getting better at that, y'all. I'm not calling it Scribd anymore. But you know, you guys can also pick it up on Amazon. I definitely saw it there as well. So I'll leave that link in the description also. And so till next time, bye.